What is good, y'all? What is good, everybody? Let me get my levels correct. Let me get my levels straight. What is good? Let me make sure everything is good in the live, you guys. Let me make sure everything is good in the chat. All right. Gotta start the show off by rolling me something up.
My name is Jack.
Let's do this, man. We got some good shit to cover tonight, you guys. We have an epic classic to cover tonight. Plus, Hassan Campbell was back, actually touching on the whole situation going on with Big U, the whole situation going on with Wack 100. He was touching on that. You know what I'm saying? His audio conversation that leaked. Now, you know what I mean? It's basically turning into a full-on storm, pretty much. But his only issue is that he's not being mentioned so much. That seems to be Hassan Campbell's issue here, that he's not getting mentioned. It seems to be that Hassan has been taken out of the equation, you guys. So we're going to be touching on that tonight. We're going to be touching on Gillie Da Kid and Wack, though, you guys. Gillie Da Kid and Wack, Wallo as well, going back and forth on the $1 million worth of game show. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight, you guys. Pretty epic back and forth that we're going to be going over. It's a very, very intense conversation, you guys. I think it's actually the conversation that Gillie was talking about with Raquel on the TMZ podcast that she does. Everybody hit that like button when you tune in. Make sure you hit that like button, share this video. We got an epic live video to talk about tonight. I'm just getting my energy up for the show. Drop your city and state. Let me know what strain you're smoking on tonight. We got some epic details to go over. That's right, you guys. We got some epic details to go over. Everybody hit that like button when you tap in. Make sure let me know what city and state you're coming in from. Let me know where you're all checking in from, you guys. I'm about to roll me something up so we can get this stream started. You know who's here. I'm your host, Mikey T, the movie star. Welcome to the Mikey T, the movie star live podcast. That's right. I just actually aired the first episode of the podcast, the Mikey T, the movie star podcast. Hell yeah, man. I'm not like any of these other dudes, man. I'm not like any of these other dudes. What up, New Jersey, Linden? Appreciate you tapping in. Ida, Black Sheep, Lily, Hulk. What's going on? I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. Definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm about to roll me up something. About to put a Dutch in the air to get things started tonight. Picked up this lighter right here. That's right. Screen cap that if you want to diss me or something like that on the internet. So I'm about to roll up. But I need everybody in here to share this video. Let me see. Wrong. Everybody hit that like button as you're tuning in. What up, Chase Moolah? What's popping with you? What up, CJ? What up, Marmar? What's popping with y'all? Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. Philadelphia Eagles in the building. I'm just rolling something up, getting the stream started tonight. I'm just rolling something up, getting this stream started tonight, man. We got a good night ahead of us. We got a great night ahead of us, you guys. I got some great notes for a great story, a crazy back and forth with Gillie Da Kid and Wack 100. Probably one of the most crazy back and forths you guys have ever heard between these two. We've gone over quite a bit of it as well. And tonight we're going over another piece. I'm smoking on some dosi pie right now. I'm about to put some dosi pie in the air, you guys. I'm about to put some dosi pie in the air right now. Good strain. What up? We got Baltimore in here. Much love to Baltimore on the tap in. Appreciate Baltimore tapping in tonight. Appreciate Baltimore on the tap in. Much love. We got it. Atlanta, Georgia. We got Atlanta. All right, we got Atlanta, Georgia in here. That's cool. Much love to Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody drop your city and state. Drop your city and state in the chat. You heard? Drop your city and state in the chat tonight. I'm going to shout it out while we get ready on the intro. Make sure, let me know what strain you're smoking. I'm about to roll up some dosi pie right now. Philadelphia Eagle says, it is a wedding cake night for me. It's a wedding cake night for me. Yeah, Tone, you got to tap in, man. You got to tap in. We're pretty much going live every night. We're pretty much going live every night with different interviews, live interviews. I have a very special live interview planned for you guys tomorrow night. Really excited about it, y'all. Excited about giving y'all some new content. You know, over the last couple of days, we did a couple different things. You know what I mean? We had 10 Toes Down. A couple of the best, you know what I mean, upcoming bloggers have actually appeared on the channel. A couple of the best upcoming bloggers have actually appeared on the channel. So much love to those guys. Everybody that's appeared on the channel, man, over the last few months, man. And you know I'm putting in a lot of work to put out some new interviews as well. I have a couple cooking. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, you guys. I don't want to get everybody jazzed up. So I'm just going to let it come out. But you know, we do these live videos pretty much on a nightly basis. So if you're looking for some live entertainment at night, come over here and tap in with Mikey T, the movie star, at about 10:30 p.m. on a nightly basis. I always got some shit popping on the channel, though, you guys. We always got some shit popping on the channel, you guys. And tonight is no different. Tonight we got a couple different stories. It's a throwback with Wack and Gillie, but we're also going to be covering Hassan Campbell going over the super violation, you guys. The super violation of Big U. That's right, Big U. A lot of people surrounding Big U have been affected by this whole situation with Wack 100. Wack dug into it a little bit deeper on the recent podcast that he did, and Hassan Campbell commented on that podcast because it just didn't feel genuine to him. It seemingly didn't feel genuine to him based on the fact that Wack 100 is going to go there and say certain things, but then behind closed doors, he's going to do others. Behind closed doors, Wack 100 is going to talk about all of the inside business. He's going to reveal all of the inside chatter, you know what I mean? Which you shouldn't be doing to people who you don't even know. Hassan put it out there. 10 Toes Down put it out there in my interview. This man did not know him from a hole in the wall. It's been put out there pretty clear at this point, you guys. Let's see. Appreciate everybody for hitting damn near. Appreciate everybody for hitting that like button on the tap in. Appreciate y'all for sharing this video and talking in the chat. I don't be talking about that shit on my channel, TNR. I don't be talking about that shit on my channel, bro. Leave that shit for those other people to be talking about. You know what I mean? But I ain't talking about that shit on my channel. I'll tell you that 100%. My channel is about hip hop, man. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Yeah, 10 Toes Down was a great interview. Really appreciate him being so open in the joint. You know what I mean? Really appreciate him being so open. Boom, boom, boom. Free Casanova. Free Casanova. Excuse me, man. Getting my energy up for this live tonight. What up, TY? What up, TY? Yeah, I'm about to roll something up, actually. You guys. I got some dosi pie I got to roll up. But I was, getting ready for the show tonight, man. Hope y'all are going to enjoy this show. We're still on the intro. We're still on the introduction, you guys. We're still on the introduction. What up, Zoo? Zoo Sushi. I hope you're talking about food, bro. Hope you're talking about food, man. Hope you're talking. What up, yo? What up, Akeem? Yizo, what's up? What's up? Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Hope y'all liked my interview that I dropped this afternoon with Milk74. Milk74 came in, did an interview. So I really appreciate that. I'll be putting the whole thing out eventually. We got a couple other topics that we spoke on. Yeah. Let me get this shit twisted up. My bad. I'm procrastinating. I should be rolling. You guys. Let's see. Damn, this L is crooked. This L is definitely crooked. Toledo. What's up? Toledo, Ohio's in the building. What up, Eddie? What's popping with y'all? Sour mango? Okay. What's everybody smoking? Let me know what city and state you're tapping in from. Tonight, live video, live podcast tonight, you guys. Last night, I did an official Mikey T, the movie star interview podcast. Tonight, we're on the live podcast. $419. What's the area code for the 419, bro? Let me know. Let me know what's that area code. I'm about to smoke an L. Get ready for this live show. Everybody go ahead, share this video. We got some crazy news to go over tonight. This crazy joint where Gillie is just going wild on Wack 100, you guys. Gillie checked Wack 100 in the video that we're going to go over tonight. Live recap. Also, Hassan Campbell basically exposing the Big U's fake beef. Is it fake? Many people seem to think so. Many people seem to think it's a good cop, bad cop routine that is being put on by Big U and Whack 100 at this point. One of the things that I believe one of the things that was said was that at one certain point in time, Whack was cool with Jim Jones, while Big U was not cool with Jim Jones. At another point in time, you guys, it was said that now it's pretty much right in front of our eyes. It's pretty much right in front of our eyes, guys. At this point in time, Whack 100 is not cool with Jim Jones, whereas Big U is cool with Jim Jones. He's cool with Mano. And I want to let everybody know I have a special interview. It's going to be a live interview tomorrow night. So I want everybody here who's tapping in, not subscribed, subscribe to the channel right now. We got a live interview we're going to be doing tomorrow night. It's about to be lit. It's about to be lit tomorrow. I got a legendary rapper coming through tomorrow. Now, I'm not from Bridgeport. We got a legendary rapper coming in the show tomorrow night, you guys, from one of the most notorious hip-hop cliques. I'm very excited to be having this rapper on the show, so make sure if you're not subscribed, you subscribe right now so you don't miss it. What up, everybody? Share this video. We're about to get started in a few minutes. I just wanted to roll up some dosi pie. We got a lot to talk about tonight. You guys. Let me just get this good cushion in my lungs. Let me get this good cushion in my lungs tonight, you guys. And let's get everything ready for the video. Everybody go ahead, like the video, share this video, put it in the chat, what city, what state you're tapping in from, also what you're smoking. If you're blazing something nice, let me know. This is what I'm on tonight, you guys. I'm on that dosi pie tonight. And y'all know I'm always on that Red Bull. Got to stay up. You got to stay active. I wanted to come on this live stream tonight and cover a few different things. Like I told you a few nights ago, I was going to be covering the second half of Gillie Da Kid's interview with Wallo on $1 Million Worth of Game with Wack 100, where Gillie actually checked Wack 100 after the beef with Meek Mill, you guys. That's absolutely correct. We all remember what happened. We all remember what happened with Mr. 9, Mr. Rat 9, Wack 100's best colleague. You know what I mean? When we're looking at other cats like Stitches. And I'm not talking about the guy who had that major pop song called Stitches. Yo, B-Lo, don't do that to me, bro. Don't put that on my jacket, bro. Everybody share this video. Share this video. Let your friends know the livest YouTube blogger is here. Let your friends know the livest YouTube blogger, the most uncensored YouTube blogger. When it comes to this hip-hop shit, I'm not talking about all that weird type shit. But when it comes to that real shit, you know we keep it uncut. You know we keep it live, uncensored, all that type of shit over here, you guys. But I wanted to go over this interview, the second part of the interview, as I told you, man, where Gillie told Wack, he's like, Wack, you can't be telling dudes you're going to sock them up. You're the OG. This is one of the reasons that Gillie had Wack on his podcast, to actually tell him, yo, you're the OG in these circumstances. You can't be acting like this to the young bulls. You just look crazy. You look like you're out of pocket. You know what I mean? You look out of pocket doing certain things that you do. And that's why Gillie and Wallo seem to want to bring him on the show to kind of steer him in the right direction, you guys. It's almost like Gillie wants to steer his associates, his friends in the right direction. Wack 100, obviously an accomplice of his. You know what I mean? These guys are cool. Who would have knew? You know what I mean? Just like Gillie was cool with Shotty. You know what I mean? Who would have known? You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have known. But Gillie reps Shotty, saying Shotty's a good dude. If you knew the people that were around 6ix9ine, you would know that he was good. Gillie wasn't talking about the other shit. Gillie wasn't talking about the fact that 6ix9ine was going to turn evidence on his whole team. He was talking about when dudes tried to run up and snatch the spinner. He was good. He was talking about when dudes tried to mob him at the airport, as we saw on television. You know what I mean? The fact that people were trying to, mob, because he was just so recognizable. I'm not talking about fans coming up for autographs either. So Wack is like, hey, Gillie. Hey, Gillie, let me ask you a question. And you've been knowing me for a long time. If it's on and I see someone, Gillie's like, but it's not on. Wack is like, I'm going to ask you a question. You telling me what I can't do? And Gillie's like, I'm not telling you what you can't do. Again, Wallo's like, nobody is telling you what you can't do. Dudes is just asking you, listen, you F with 21. You see, this is when the whole situation when Wack 100 went out the window, you guys. Wack 100 went out the window on 21 Savage over 6ix9ine. Now, 21 Savage is an artist that actually went diamond. 21 Savage went diamond, you guys, and 6ix9ine is not going to be going close to that in the foreseeable future. 6ix9ine will do 10 million views. 21 Savage will do 10 million sales. You know what I'm saying? Put it in perspective. Put it in perspective. But at this point in time, Wack's other claim to fame, Wack's other guy is Stitches, among others. Among others, you guys. Stitches among other. Now, I'm going to ask y'all in the chat, man. Who do you got in celebrity boxing? This was actually suggested on the Drink Champs podcast. Celebrity boxing, you guys. Wack 100 versus Meek Mill, y'all. Meek Mill versus Wack 100. I want everybody to vote in the poll right now. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what y'all think in the poll. So listen, they're telling him, like, nobody is telling you what you can't do. They're really just trying to give him advice. So Wack is like, what age? I don't know what dudes think. He said, I ain't retired. Wack said, I ain't retired. I F with 21. He answered Wallo's question, though. He F's with 21. Wallo's like, yeah, you talking about you ain't retired because you got off on a fat white bull in the parking lot? That shit don't go. You ain't go head up. You act like he was in the yard. So Wallo is not too familiar with who Stitches is, you guys. You know, he called him a fat white bull. Stitches is actually, I think he's actually Colombian or something like that. Stitches is actually Colombian. You know what I'm saying? So Wallo saw the video, but more than likely didn't know too much about Stitches. Now, Wack came up and said, by the time that happened, I had been home 10 years. He's correct. Wack is correct. Wack was working with Ray J since about 2008, 2007, whenever they did the Sexy Can I that actually released on both Youngberg and Ray J's albums. This is 10 years prior to what happened to Stitches. Maybe not. Maybe not, because trying to think, when did that happen with Stitches? Somebody give me a year. I'm trying to figure out if I was still in Miami. Much love to Canada. Much love to everybody who likes and shares this video. Black Sheep, appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Mikey and 10 Toes would be a great duo in podcasts on YouTube. 10 Toes is the man, y'all. 10 is a really good dude, and I appreciate him for coming on the channel. I'm supposed to be going on his channel soon, and I would always be willing to have him come back. You know what I'm saying? Especially on a topic like this, man. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have him come back. Again, I'd like to have Milk74 come back as well. We just got to find the right topics. And also, more importantly, we got to find their free time. You know what I mean? When they have, because they're both bloggers doing their thing, and they're really elevating themselves in the game right now. They're becoming two of the most prominent voices, I got to say. And I'm not just riding it. I'm not just jocking it. I'm seeing it and watching it. Yashawn, he said Wallo was talking about the other white boys, not Stitches. Huh. You're right. You're right, Yashawn. Thank you for correcting me on that one, because there was actually a whole nother incident. You're 100% right about that, man. But listen, we're about to come up. So Wack is like, by the time that happened, I had been home for 10 years. Gillie's like, he told you you got off on a fat white boy. Wallow's like, he act like he still got it. Like, dudes won't tap his chin. Wallo was going off. He's like, he acting like he still got it. Like, dudes won't tap his chin. Wack is like, there was 19 police out there. It was 19 police out there. Wallow's like, he got the fat white bull, but he acting like he put in work. Yeah, I still be putting in that work. I got him. Wack is like, Stitches? Stitches will beat your ass. That's what Wack said to Wallo. So that's why I assumed it was Stitches, my dude. Because Wack actually said, Stitches will beat your ass. Wallow's like, who was you talking about? Wack is like, Stitches. Wallow's like, who are you talking about? Wack goes, I got 20,000. And then Wallo comes right back in. I will beat the brakes off of him. I'm from Philly. Gillie's like, you got Wallo effed up. Wallow's like, he will run that fade. I manage Stitches. Wack is like, he will run that fade. Appreciate you, Sean, for just adding into the conversation in the chat anyways, bro, because you made me remember another situation as well. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about, bro? Get your life right, bro. Why are you taking away from the stream, bro? Why are you taking away from the stream, bro? Why you stopping a man in the middle of greatness, bro? Like, come on, man. That's embarrassing, dude. Let's get back to the actual stream. And enjoy your 15. Enjoy that 15. Or was it just a 10? So Gillie's like, you got Wallo effed up. But Wack was sort of still going with it. He's like, he will run that fade. I manage Stitches. You didn't know I managed Stitches? Wallo didn't actually know Stitches. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people knew Stitches. He had the record Brick in Your Face, which went crazy viral. I remember I actually filmed Stitches when Waka Flocka brought him out. I actually met Stitches through Scott Storch. When I was working with Scott Storch, he actually had Stitches in the studio. Hollow the Don was actually on the channel recently and said that Scott Storch, he brought up how Scott Storch wanted him to work with Stitches. Stitches was actually right there alongside Storch, but hold on, let me handle this real quick. But yeah, so that was pretty dope. Where's my light? That was pretty dope meeting Stitches before he really blew up. And then actually I filmed the show with Waka Flocka, Scott Storch, and Stitches, which was amazing. You guys can check that out if you just type in Waka Flocka brings out Stitches. I'm actually in the video with Storch because they had Storch doing a little bit of opening act as well. Or he was actually DJing or what for Waka Flocka. Amazing night, you guys. Amazing night right there. Let me get a little smoke in my lungs. Did Chief Keef already do that, or could I do the smoke in my lungs shirt? Somebody let me know if Chief Keef already kind of has that patent, or if Mikey T could do the smoke in my lungs. You know what I'm saying? Smokeinmylungs.com. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure you share this video. The livest blogger is here. I'm going over the second half of Gillie Da Kid's interview with Wack 100 on $1 Million Worth of Game. Of course, with Wallo. Wallo just got done saying he would beat the brakes off of some dude for 20,000. Celebrity boxing, of course. But I've got a poll up right now, a suggested celebrity boxing. And I want y'all to keep it real. Who y'all rocking with in celebrity boxing? Is it Wack 100, or are you rocking with Meek Mill? I'm giving him his credit. DJ EFN on Drink Champs actually suggested this, and Wack was rocking with it. Dosey Pie smoking right. Dosey Pie is smoking right tonight, you guys. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I wasn't really, I was kind of off the runts. I smoked like a couple O's of the runts. I'm kind of off of it for the moment. You know what I'm saying? Plus if you look at the percentage, that Dosey Pie is 23%. That shit is 23%, so that's pretty lit. That's pretty lit that it's that high of a percentage. So let's get it back in. So Gillie's like, let me tell you something. Because Gillie had said, you got Wallo effed up. Gillie's like, let me tell you something. Just because Low run up on you, just because Low run up and you see Wallo playing, like, get up, get up, get up, get up, wake up. Why you still sleep? Don't get Low effed up. Wack is like, Wallo, how did you do 20 years? Wack is like, Wallo, how did you do 20 years and have no fights in the pen? Gillie's like, because dudes don't play with him. Wack is like, because he washed draws. Gillie's like, listen. That was only on the weekends. See, Gillie's always joking about it. But right now is not the time to joke. And that's where Wack 100 got him. Gillie's like, whoa, listen. That's only on the weekends. Wack got him. See, he was washing draws. But then Wack came back with the Mike Tyson knockout. So you was the only laundryman that didn't work in the laundry. So now he's pretty much suggesting that Wallo may have had a job inside of the laundry area and had to have washed draws, thus making the statement at least partially true. You see what I'm saying right there, you guys? You see how Wack twists things up? Much love to Canada. Much love to Canada. Everybody vote in the poll right now. Looks like Meek Mill is leading the poll. Who you got in celebrity boxing? Who y'all got? Wack 100. Meek Mill. Meek Mill is leading the poll right now with 57%. Let's go. Mikey T runts. We need some of that Mikey T runts, baby. Let's get it. Let's get one of them major distributors from out Cali. Fly me out there. And we just start a whole new life. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we call it that. We'll put the Justin Bieber face on it, but it's my face. You know what I'm saying? So get well soon, Justin Bieber, man. Get well soon, dude. What's up, KG? I remember back in the day, I was in Miami and shit, and that's when really dudes was really doing their things in Miami. I'm talking about LeBron James. I'm talking about Justin Bieber. These guys rolling around with all types of fancy whips and shit. Even LeBron James' mom and shit rolling around with the big ass limo, stretched limo. Yeah, Miami was a crazy scene back in those days, you guys. I'm really great to have been. I feel really great to have been a part of it. You know what I mean? What would they say? What a time to be alive, y'all. What a time to be alive, to get to live through all this shit, to be a part of it. Now, this whole thing is something we didn't think would get so tense. You know what I mean? From this first conversation on $1 million worth of game, we didn't really realize how tense the relationship with Gillie, Wallo, and Wack would become. We're going to get into that in just a little bit because Reek and Wack were actually talking about that. The fact that they did the Jay Prince interview on the podcast. We're going to get into that. See, Gillie admitted that Wallo only washed draws on the weekend in a joking fashion. Wack got him right there. See, he was washing draws. You was the only laundryman that didn't work in the laundry, basically insinuating that he sat there and didn't do anything and tried to play tough guy. When you got a job to do, you got to do your job. Point blank, period. Wallo chimed in. I never did laundry. Wack. On some real shit, you do a lot of shit. I bet you them street dudes be like, Wallo, why you be running down the streets and the rain and shit? Jumping, doing all this shit. Wack's like, I understand what you're doing. I bet it's some nut ass dudes, like you call them, on the block who really think it's some other shit. No matter what they say, you're going to do what you want to do. So Wack gave Wallo his compliment leading into his next point. Now, Wack used this as a way to actually defend working with 6ix9ine. Wack was like, don't nobody dictate how I conduct my business. I'm sorry, because if I don't conduct business, ain't no one going to feed my family. It ain't going to happen. I got a handful of homies that would really make sure things was squared, but ain't no other dude who ain't figured out how to get off the block gonna yell for me from the block. What you doing on the 50th floor when you don't know how to use an elevator? It ain't gonna happen. I really didn't get that analogy he was talking about. If anybody in the chat got that analogy about the 50th floor, what are you going to do on the 50th floor when you don't know how to use an elevator? It ain't going to happen. I guess you would take the stairs, but I'm not going to try to dig into that analogy right there. Maybe I did get it. Nah, actually, Fat Boy SSE has smoker's lungs. Salute to Fat Boy SSE as well. Salute to Fat Boy SSE as well. But yeah, so he pretty much used it as a way to basically get sympathy, not sympathy, but get a understanding. You know what I mean? Wack wants an understanding of why he's working with 6ix9ine. Simple as that. He's putting food on his family's table. This is something you can't go against. You know what I mean? Somebody comes into the game, they're working with Ray J. You know what I mean? You're going to find they found what success they had with Ray J. They actually had a single. They actually had the Ja Rule, Jennifer Lopez treatment with that single as well. The fact that I'm Real played on both Jennifer Lopez's album and Ja Rule's album. The Sexy Can I played on both Ray J and both Young Berg's album and catapulted those albums to further success. I want to say the only album, and no other blogger is saying this shit. They don't really remember the history of it. But I want to say the album that Wack 100 seemed to be involved with from Ray J is the most successful Ray J album that sold about, I want to say, about 250,000 albums in a week. Just about that. It was over 200,000 from what I remember. I'm not going to look up the figure right now. I was studying this in the last few weeks. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I didn't live through it and have to witness the Sexy Can I music video pop up every single day on the television. And it's like, or on the radio, and it's like, Jesus, really? They're getting a real lot of extra play on this record. Now, Young Berg had other singles on his album. Yes. Sexy Can I was like the secondary single for Young Berg. But it really worked for Ray J. Really worked for Ray J. I do think they tried to repeat the success, but I can't remember the single of it. I cannot remember the single that they actually tried to repeat the success with. So Wack went on, I don't hide the fact that I do business with 6ix9ine. Gillie's like, I want to get you some more artists. Gillie's like, to all the rats looking for management, Wack and Cheese, come get with him. Wack and Cheese. Come on, Gil. That one was hitting a little bit close, man. I don't think you should have called him Wack and Cheese, bro. We're trying to market mac and cheese. Couldn't we have left that one alone? You know what I mean? Couldn't we have left that one alone? But sometimes jokes just come out a little bit quick. He said, to all the rats out there looking for management, come get with him. Wallo's like, how much money qualifies you to be a manager? Wack is like, I don't do straight business with rats. And money don't dictate if you're a manager. It just dictates if you're doing business. I can't tell you day to day what the young man is doing or what his schedule is. If something comes up and it's a date available, if they clear the date, I can hold the date. See, right there is where Gillie's like, you got the power. Because of the fact that Wack 100, if he gets a booking, shit, if Wack 100 got a booking if Wack 100 actually got a booking for Gillie and Wallo in the West Coast, or if he got a booking for Stitches in the West Coast, I'm sure he could facilitate that business. It doesn't necessarily mean he is the manager. It doesn't necessarily mean he is a holding percentage partner, even. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't even mean that. Now, we got another situation, you guys, a whole other situation of the Larry Hoover footage. Now, if we're being real about that, when you're coming into a project like that with somebody who is lesser known, somebody who actually needs your help, that's when you take on a percentage rather than just a finder's fee. That's when you actually get the percentage. I'm putting up my interview. I did an exclusive interview with Milk74. Milk TV joined me on the channel for an exclusive interview. If you missed my interview with Milk, I put it up. I pinned it up, and I want y'all to go comment that interview. Whoever comments the interview, I will be following you back on YouTube. So I'll subscribe to anybody that drops a comment on my interview with Milk. I appreciate y'all for checking it out. I feel like it's one of my best interviews, to be honest with you, man. The fact that Milk just logged in out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Well, yeah, kind of out of nowhere, but kind of not, because he had been in and out of a few of my live videos just in the chat and shit. But the fact that we put the interview together on the fly like that, and it came out so well, it was actually about, I want to say it was just about 90 minutes worth of content that we got. So I took the first 45 minutes and put it together. Check it out if you haven't. And like I said, whoever drops a comment on that interview with Milk74, I will subscribe back to your YouTube page. You heard? Let me see. Let me roll something. Let me smoke something. And guys, tomorrow I have an exclusive interview, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'm doing a live interview tomorrow with one of the dopest rappers, you guys. One of the dopest rappers from the biggest hip-hop cliques. That's right, you guys. I got a major live interview. I'm setting a precedent for live interviews tomorrow, you guys. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel right now, y'all. Subscribe to this channel right now and make sure you don't miss my live tomorrow, because I'm not going to reveal who the interview is with. Rest in peace to Mac Dre. Because I'm feeling myself. So let's get back into this news, you guys. A little smoke break. You know what I'm saying? First topic, though, I'm covering the second half of the interview. Well, not the second half, the second third of the interview with Gillie, Wallo, and Wack 100. It was a dope interview. You know what I mean? It's an interview where you can tell these guys are trying to come to an understanding about all the shit going on the internet. But when somebody is attaining a level of celebrity, you can't really, it's like the Kanye West song, you can't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? When you're attaining that level of celebrity, you're not really considering what anybody else is telling you to a certain degree, because you're kind of feeling like, yo, it's my popularity, that it's based on me, what is attracting the interest of people, what I'm doing. That's where the saying can't tell me nothing comes from. If you came in doing a certain thing, although I want to say Young Thug switched it up quite a bit. Young Thug switched it up quite a bit. I'm not sure where that influence came from. If Future or Drake maybe told him, yo, you need to curve that what you're doing a little bit because it's cool. You're here now. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story, to be honest with you. What up, Shay? What up, B-Lo? Happy birthday, Leatherface. Hope you guys enjoy my comparisons sometimes. Or it could just be, honestly, it could just be the Dosey Pies talking. I was smoking some 32%. I was smoking some 32% today. And then I got this 23%, this 23% Dosey Pie, which isn't bad. Yeah, so basically what I was saying is I'm going over the second third of the Gillie interview with Wack 100, and this portion pretty much focuses on Gillie and Wallo pretty much trying to cool Wack 100 off. But Wack 100 is at the point of his career where everything he says literally goes viral, kind of like how Soulja Boy was going viral back in the day. Every time this guy would diss the Migos. You know what I mean? Every time he would be like, yo, Quavo, pull up. And then every single blog would post it. What up, man? Appreciate you for tapping back in, bro. Damn, that Dosey Pie is hitting, you guys. That Dosey Pie is hitting. So Wack is like, I don't do street business with rats. Okay, you still do street business? Money don't dictate if you a manager. It just dictate if you're doing business. I can't tell you day to day what your young man is doing or what his schedule is. If something comes up and it's a date available, if they clear the date, I can hold the date. Gillie's like, you got the power. Wallo's like, you say you could hold the date. That means management. Now, in a prior conversation, I think we all know that Wack 100 had told Wallo, he's like, what up, Corey? Wack 100 had told Wallo, he's like, I've gotten you booking arrangements. Do I manage you? You know what I'm saying? Do I manage you? He pretty much said. And Wallo was like, no. Wallo pretty much told him, no, he doesn't manage him. You know, Wallo understands that just because Wack 100 has gotten him a bag, just because Wack 100 has gotten him an alley-oop where he's attained a deal, it doesn't mean that Wack 100 is necessarily managing him. He's not his PR. You know, maybe he got a little finder's fee. Wack 100's explaining here, I don't know what 6ix9ine does day to day. He's not managing his day-to-day activity. You know what I'm saying? If he was, it would be a little bit different. I was kind of thinking, personally, I was thinking that he was his manager, that he got put on. But Wack is kind of explaining it right here. Like if somebody calls him with a date, and he's going to further explain it, but if somebody hits Wack up with a date, he can put that date on hold if it's a significant situation. If it's not a significant situation, if it's a real situation, because the money apparently is always going to have to be significant, but they've got to really send the bread. and then it's locked in. So, what's up with you, Ronnie? Appreciate you for tapping in. That's right, Tex Brown. Everybody vote in the poll right now. Let me take a look what's going on with it. Meek Mill still running the poll, you guys. Everybody vote in the poll right now if you haven't. So Wack is like, what do you mean? What do you mean? If somebody calls you about 500,000 or 1 million and you're available this date, they're going to check their calendar. If they're available, they hold it. They get their deposit. They lock it in. They lock it. What's the problem? Gillie's like, and you get your percent. Wack is like, I get my cut. Gillie's like, 20%. Manager's cut. Wallow's like, manager's cut, 20%. Wack is like, so now you want to be a part of me and 6ix9ine's business. Gillie's like, no. I'm just asking about your cuts. Wack is like, I thought that's not keeping it real because you just told me you got a little sponsorship deal over there because you ran it through me. See, that's Buster shit. Now let's talk about what's Buster in that. Let's talk about what's Buster in that. Okay, you meet a plug. You meet a plug while you're with me. We're running around together. You meet a plug while we're working. I'm doing my video shit. This actually reminds me of a situation. I'm going to bring it up to this situation where I was with this rapper. And I was actually doing an interview. And while I did an interview, the rapper made some bread. You know what I mean? That's on the rapper to make the bread. We were at a bookstore. He actually did a little drop for the bookstore. He made some bread. Gillie Da Kid running around with Wack 100, right? Gillie's running around with Wack 100, you guys. He meets a sponsor through Wack 100. What is the negative in that? You just got a hookup. But the situation is what Wack is saying here, what makes him a buster, the situation here, you guys, is that he did not cut Wack in. Now, in $1 million worth of game type of scenario, now I'm kind of wondering what was this sponsorship? Because Wallo didn't seem to know about the sponsorship. Now, my best guess would actually have to be it was probably more than likely a weed sponsorship, something that Wallo has no interest in. You know what I mean? Not that he doesn't really have that much interest in it, because probably somebody out there was like, yo, Gil, I will give you all this shit right here if you just do me a little drop. If you do me a little drop, if you mention me, if you actually smoke my shit on the $1 million worth of game podcast, that is something a little bit different. And that's kind of what I'm assuming it is here, you guys. So Wack got on him about asking about the cuts because Wack 100 didn't get no cuts of what he was doing. I'm not sure. And Aaron, I'm not sorry. And I'm not too sure right here if Wack is a big smoker or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? If it was even a... So Wack is like... So Gillie's like, oh, making shit up on the fly. Wack is like, I'm going to leave that alone. You don't know nothing about that. Gillie's like, who gave me a sponsorship deal? Wack is like, we just went in the kitchen and hollered. You know what I told you. If you ain't going to be on the forefront of it, then I ain't running it through there. Huh. Gillie's like, I don't know what the F you're talking about. Wack is like, you didn't want to interview 6ix9ine. You're scared of him. Gillie said, scared? Wack was like, you didn't want to interview 6ix9ine. You're scared of him. Gillie's like, scared? Wack is like, y'all scared of him? I don't know. You're scared of him? No. I got morals, Gillie said. Wallow's like, he ain't never told you no shit like that. Wack is like, when you see him, you're not going to do shit. Gillie's like, I ain't got no problem with him. As we all know, Gillie had seen him in the past when he was running around with Shotty. Wack's like, that's my point. I'm glad y'all said that. So why they expect Wack was supposed to do something? Wack bringing it back to when he actually interviewed 6ix9ine. The fact that Gillie just said if he ran into 6ix9ine, if he ran into 6ix9ine, Gillie is pretty much saying if he ran into 6ix9ine, he wouldn't do nothing. I don't think Gillie would go up and take a picture with him or shake his hand either. You know what I mean? The fact that Wack 100 is kind of using that in regard to what his situation is, it's like, no, you done went, shook his hand, shot an interview, and made some business deals for him. Like, you did this, that, and the third. But Wack is like, when you see him, you're not going to do shit. And Gillie's like, I ain't got no problems with him. Wack is like, that's my point. I'm glad you said that. So why they expect Wack is supposed to do something? Wallo was like, you know they say you know tourists in the industry for that. I do this. Then put me on the phone with him. Wack is like, that's your man. That's your man, Meek Mill. That's your man, Meek Mill. Wallo's like, he didn't call none of you. He's from Philly. Wack is like, boy, don't have me call game right now. Wallow's like, get the F out of here. Wack is like, got the phone on me. Got the phone on me with me. Wack is like, got on the phone with me and game. Gillie asked who? Wack says that Talk and Meek Mill got on the phone with him in the game. Wack 100 said that Meek Mill and Talk got on the phone with him and Game. Wallo couldn't believe that. Gillie came back. If a dude posts on his IG, Gillie is a bitch. And a dude that I F with, I think we solid, likes the shit, or is commenting on the shit, I may call a dude, damn, what's up, bro? And I'll probably be just like Meek. Damn, dog, I thought we was good. Why would you be liking and commenting on shit with a dude disrespecting me? And that's what I don't understand. Wack is like, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why his people that you F with, that I don't F with, and I'm not going to get mad about y'all relationship because I have an issue with this man. So what are you worried about that for? So Wack is pretty much breaking that down. Like, I'm going to tell you why his people that you F with, that I don't F with, and I'm not going to get mad about y'all's relationship because that's the way it's supposed to be, man. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to get tight about an associate of yours just because he's working with somebody else. You're going to close that business relationship just because somebody works with Young Jeezy and they, you know what I mean? You think Gucci Man and Young Jeezy cut out every business relationship? You think 50 and Ross don't work with certain people? You know what I'm saying? Like 50 Cent, in all honesty, cut himself off from a lot of the industry from some of that beefing. And it actually slowed down the momentum of his career. You know, the fact that, it was working out so well at the beginning with G-Unit artists just working with G-Unit artists. But yeah, keep voting in the poll, y'all. Who do y'all got in celebrity boxing? Vote in the poll right now. Meek Mill or Wack 100? Wack 100 has 44% of the vote, y'all. Looks like the OG. Looks like some people are thinking the OG could possibly take it. But let me get back into this here. Gillie's like, to me, that's fake shit. I'm going to tell you why. Because I F with you. I F with Meek. If Meek post some shit up coming at you, I just see it. I don't like it. Listen to this, you guys. Gillie's setting him straight here. He's like, listen, to me, that's fake shit. I'm going to tell you why. Because if I F with you, because he said, I F with you and I F with Meek. If Meek posts some shit up coming at you, I just see it. I don't like it. I don't comment on it. If you post some shit up coming at me, Meek, I don't like that shit. And I don't comment on that shit. Because I don't want to put the mixed message out there that I'm effing with this shit that you're saying about someone that I F with. So I just stay neutral. Wack said, I can respect that. Gillie's like, so for a dude to actually like that shit or comment on that is a dude giving negative energy for that shit. Wack is like, then you know where he at with you. I can show you my phone. There's screenshots of shit I see certain dudes doing certain shit. When I see them, here's what I do. If they don't say anything to me, I respect it. If they walk up, I'm going to bust his shit. If I see you and you don't say nothing to me, but if you walk up on me because you think I didn't say that, Wallo's like, you're saying that off like on some real shit. Some people just go down on like people like shit like they. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me figure this out here. You saying that off you saying that off a like a literally a like on Instagram. You see, that's why I'm like these dudes are literally getting upset about somebody liking. Wall's like, you're saying that off of a like on some real shit. Some people just go down and like people's shit that they're following. Wallo's bringing up the simple fact that some people, like I've done it some mornings, and I realize that I'm not really listening to the audio. You'll be on your Instagram, like, just showing your people love. You know what I mean? Just showing your people support. Sometimes you be liking some reckless shit, though. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're gonna unintentionally like a beef video. You're gonna get a call. Imagine Gillie. Imagine, all right, so let's say the picture that Gillie or the video that Gillie posted of Wiz. Imagine Meek Mill likes that. Now Meek Mill's going to get a call from Wiz. Yo, man, why are you liking this video of Gillie Da Kid dissing the hell out of me for working out in my boxers, man? We done made history together, and you're going to be liking some shit of some guy putting up a video making fun of me in my boxers, man? I'm going to make sure that I never see you at another festival. You want to know why? You want to know how? I guess so. Because when I get booked, I'm going to tell them if Meek Mill is there, I'm never going to do it. So that's what these situations could pretty much blow into becoming. You know what I mean? They can blow up into some shit like that, you guys. What up, what up, what up? Appreciate you, Don. So I'm seeing it from both ends of the spectrum, you guys. You know, I'm seeing that's what I do on here, man. If you're not subscribed, subscribe right now. So Wack is like, nah, you like making excuses for dudes. That's why you lead a soft ass life. Wow, that was brutal. That was brutal. First of all, you know what I mean? Wallo seems to live a great life. From the videos that they were just talking about, dude running up in the rain, dude waking up early in the morning, getting to it. And personally, from what I see, you know what I mean? He's always up in the morning making himself some good shit to eat. You know what I'm saying? He's always up, you know, making himself some good shit to eat, doing his damn thing to affect the community. So to say that the man is leading a soft ass life is just disrespectful. And that's why you can see these arguments or these podcast heated conversations. They're getting a little bit brutal. You know what I mean? They're getting a little bit brutal. And at that point, you start to wonder, it's like, yo, man, are we really even friends, or no, you guys are colleagues. And at a certain point, colleagues need to be able to know when to not take their job home with them. You know, these guys right here, they're making good content. They're making good content right here. Uh, Now, Gil and all the guys are still remaining neutral, obviously, just like they did when Jay Prince came on the show. They were not dissing Whack 100 when Jay Prince was on the show. They're here talking to Whack 100 to his face. Looks like I might have to go watch the 21 Savage interview again just to do a little bit extra research, because I don't think they, if it was the right timing, I don't think they would be. They had the Lobby Boys on their show, and they didn't take shots at anybody like that either. Gillie and Wallo are doing this very properly. They're not wasting their 90 minutes or their hour and 10 minutes that they've got with the artist. Why? Because they're creating more memorable moments than just asking somebody about their beef. You know what I'm saying? This isn't 2011. I'm not 2012. I'm not pulling up to Philly asking Gillie about his beef with this, that, and the other rapper. You know what I mean? These guys have actually elevated. You know, the shit's major, man. I need everybody to share this video. We're just getting through the first topic here. We're just getting through the first topic here. I told you all I was going to come back and finish that podcast with Gillie and Wallo and Whack 100. There's a lot of good shit in that podcast that we're going over. I might have to go over the shit that they were talking about my son next. Might save that for another day, though. So Whack is like, you're making excuses. So Whack is like, so that's why he said, see it for what it is. We hard nosed with this. Or me, he said, we're hard nosed with this. And Wallow's like, so you're going to sit there and go through a person's whole post? Yes, Wallo. Yes, that's what you should do. You really should, because then you end up liking something that's just totally odd. So Whack is like, that's what your man Meek did. He did that to the young boy. Wallow's like, when you go over your timeline and you just look like, just looking like shit, you know, dudes you F with, so you're going to like it. That's what Wallow's trying to break down to him. Whack's like, I don't do that. I mean, I don't do that. If it's y'all's shit, because ain't none of your shit, ain't never like that. Keep it real. Keep it really. Certain people I know, like, y'all lame. If I see some shit, I'm going to read and see Safari. He might say some shit about his baby mama. But what you saying is what I'm saying. Like, yo, so let's stop making up an excuse and an explanation for dudes on one side. But when I put a few points on the table and the other side, you don't want to hear it. Bro, right is right. Wrong is wrong. The truth could never be considered disrespect. If a dude goes on social media and says openly, I didn't say, oh, you seen a dude, why didn't you do something to him? Because I feel like Meek ain't got no reason to want to do something to him. Keeping it real. But if a dude go on social media and say what he is going to do to the dude when he sees him, you know, like I know, he did that to himself. So Whack right here is talking about the fact that Meek Mill actually went on the internet and he posted that he wanted to see 6ix9ine. I think we all remember that. You know what I mean? I think we all pretty much remember that. If anybody doesn't remember that, put a thumbs down in the chat. If anybody does not remember Meek Mill tweeting that or posting it on social media, put a thumbs down in the chat. Let me know, because I'm pretty sure that everybody in here actually knows about that whole situation when Meek posted that. So Whack has a point here. Whack went on. He said, y'all see the dude. Y'all never said you were going to do nothing to him. He's talking about Gillie and Wallo. Y'all see the dude. Y'all said you're never going to do nothing to him. You seen him. You seen him. When he sees y'all, he's probably just going to see y'all. But when you say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this, and a dude pull up on you, Gillie, say what you want. Ain't nobody pulling up. Ain't nobody pulling up on us and jumping out. Gillie said, I'm just saying that's a jail mission. So Wack is really flipping the conversation right here. You know what I mean? Wack is really flipping the conversation because he's saying like, yo, if somebody pulls out on us, dude, if somebody pulls out on y'all with 4 security guards that are standing in between you and the opposing party, and the security guards don't want to rumble, yeah, you're probably just going to stand there, just like Meek Mill and all of them did. So I really don't get where he's going with this conversation, even though he's trying to get Gillie to agree with him so bad, because, you know, we all got that story when we had to go down with our homie. You know, we all got the story when we had to go down with our close friend who got into a situation with one too many people, and then it turns into a 2-on-6 situation. But you look at each other and you're just like, hey, man, we're going down. We're going down on this one, but we're going down together. You know what I'm saying? Some situations can get a little hectic. You know what I mean? But yeah, Gillie and why wouldn't Gillie agree with that? He's probably been through a similar situation like that as well if somebody were to jump out on him. But it's a much different situation with 6ix9ine and Meek Mill. Gillie said it's a dummy mission. Wack is like, how? Since when do street dudes determine when it's coming at you? So we got the right to run. Is that what y'all saying in 2021? You got the right to run. So now it's just safe shit. You know that ain't gangsta. What is this? Lines from Shine songs? Let's not worry about what is gangsta and having it presented on a television. You should not be worried about having what is gangsta presented on a television unless you're making a motion picture like BMF. Like, for crying out loud. You sound like the dudes that send academics all those videos about this is what I do. This is why I'm hot. You know, all that type of shit. Whew. Man. So, man is a walking indictment. So Wack, Gillie's like, sometimes you got to make a decision that's smart for you. You got to make the best decision for you. Wack, that dude had off-duty police officers with him. Stop saying that. So you justifying that. All right, let's talk about off-duty police officers. When you're an artist that actually means something in the industry, you will have off-duty with you. When you're an artist that is actually stacking up, you know what I mean? Wack can say all that he wants that 6ix9ine gets millions, like Meek Mill gets millions, but they do not get the same amount of millions anymore. It is not like that for 6ix9ine's career anymore, you guys. It's just not. And it never was like that. Meek Mill has multiple albums that have sold 250,000 units in a short week. Meek Mill is a generational artist. Meek Mill is one of the big artists in the game right now who is going to continuously get paid. You can criticize all you want about the lackluster sales of his expensive, what was it called, guys? I'm sorry, was it Expensive Pain? Of his last album. You can criticize the fact that he sold 85,000 copies. Well, the man let us know he was going to release an album in about 4 to 5 weeks, and he came out and he sold 85,000 units. I consider that a win, and it might have been a shorter time period as well. So I'm going to consider that a win. Gillie said this was a jail mission. Meek Mill does anything, he jeopardizes all that money he's making. Sure, 6ix9ine got similar bags, but are the bags coming in continuously? You can care all you want about the bags of today, but the most important thing is the bags that are going to come in the future. When you're doing this shit, you got to make sure you're setting up for your future, unless you want to be a one-hit wonder, unless you want to be here today, gone tomorrow. Meek Mill set him up for long-term. Meek Mill set himself up for long-term success. We got several artists who have done that in the game right now. 6ix9ine just kept on bragging about all those Billboard records, man. You know what I mean? I hope those royalty checks are still looking good. Let me see. Let me see. All right, so, but yeah, as far as off-duty cops go, I mean, I remember being in Trinidad. Rick Ross had off-duty police officers because he's just that major of a star. You know what I mean? At a certain point in your career, you're going to need that. And Meek Mill made it to a level bigger than Rick Ross. So let's be real. You guys. That's what's going to be the next poll, you guys. I want to know who was the bigger artist to you, because I honestly believe that Meek Mill eclipsed Rick Ross. That's kind of the point. That's kind of the point of the situation. Who would be a good fourth one to put on? So, listen. Wack said the dude had off-duty police with him. Stop saying that. So you just justifying that. Gillie's like, a dude ain't pull up on nobody. A dude ain't pull up on nobody. A dude is standing behind a bunch of people screaming. Wallo said, with a camera out. Gillie's like, he wasn't front line. He didn't walk up. He didn't walk up on him. Then he imitated walking up on Wack 100. He walked right up to his back. He was standing behind him like a little ass dog on the other side of the fence, barking. There we go, Gil. There we go. I got the whole image now. Like the little dog that be barking at the newspaper guy that be kind of like biting his ankle and shit. He just be so annoying. It's like, yo, man, somebody shut that dog up, man. Come on. Somebody shut them Billboard records down. Come on. What up, everybody? Appreciate you guys for tapping in. Hit that like button. Share this video. Mikey T, the movie star, is live here. Wallo's like, this is the twist. This is the twist. You think he is supposed to finesse himself out of freedom? Speaking on Meek Mill. He is making millions of dollars. You think he is supposed to finesse himself out of it? Wack said he is too. There are levels to this shit. I don't even think 6ix9ine reached the level Meek Mill reached when Meek Mill was at I'm a Boss. I don't even think 6ix9ine reached the self-made album level that Meek Mill was at. Meek Mill, 6ix9ine never even caught up to the first album, Meek Mill. So he certainly wasn't at the second album. He wasn't even at Meek Mill's lowest level when Meek Mill released the album that only sold about 90,000 copies first week, the Wins and Losses album. I'm just being real. Gillie came back with the he gotta get out of jail free card. Wack came back with something crazy. Let me tell y'all, in the state of Florida, I know this because I've been through it. That dude Meek would have had all right to the stand your ground. Wallo's like, who knew the statue? Who the F knew that? As Wallo actually imitated 6ix9ine by pointing his phone at Wack. Gillie's like, just because you got a couple lawyer books and you know don't nobody know that. So yeah, we're gonna move on from that though. We got a pretty. Well, we might come back to that. I want to get on to Hassan speaking on Big U. You guys, Hassan actually exposes the Big U fake beef. Big U fake beef. Fake beef, you guys. Fake beef with Big U and Whack 100. What do y'all think? Y'all think in the chat that it was fake beef with them? So Hassan actually played this clip of Whack 100 where he was on a podcast speaking on Big U. Whack is like, it's probably one person out of everybody you've seen going on that I wish I could have been different. And that's Big U because I love his family. You know what I'm saying? No matter what me and him going through, I love his family. You know what a chunk, you know that's a chunk because I love his family. Pretty much saying that's like a chunk of him, like a real big part of him and shit like that. Um, yeah, it's tough to lose somebody that's close to you, man. Especially if all this shit that Hassan is saying about them wanting to start a podcast together was true. But honestly, I think them separating is probably what makes it a bigger deal for the both of them. Big U had got his whole situation with World Star for the whole check-in podcast, and Wack has just been doing his thing. I don't really know if they would have fit together. So Big U actually responded to this. Big U is like, I don't address a lot of shit on the internet. I'm going to address this fast and quick. I heard about the little CJ Mack and Dub C interview. It's the podcast we were just talking about. I heard about the little CJ Mack and Dub C interview with that guy. I don't accept no apology from anybody that disrespects my name, disrespects my family, and calls me out my name. I ain't cool with nothing. I ain't cool with that CJ Mack shit. I ain't cool with that Dub C shit. I ain't cool with nothing of that. And that's all I've got to say. I'm not messing with nobody. I'm not messing with nobody that disrespects me. Come see me to my face. I'm going to post this. I'm going to leave it up. Y'all get it. I ain't cool with nobody disrespecting my name. That's Big U's response right there. That's Big U's response right there. And Hassan Campbell came back very quickly after that statement with, you love his family, but you were super violating and on Clubhouse, but you love his family. The secrets that you spewed out and the disrespect that you threw out there on Clubhouse, but you love his family. And this is actually exactly what Big U just said. Even though somebody's offering an apology, he's not necessarily going to forget the things that he's said about his family, the way that he's called out his name. Yo, dude, you must be new to this. I've been doing this shit for 12 years. What are you, like 12? What up? What up, Sue? How you doing, Sue the boss? All right, so where are we at with this? So Hassan's actually going back into Wack's message. Wack was asked, do you still love him? Wack is like, yeah. Can't nobody say nothing or do nothing to him. I'm tripping. Wack said it's probably only one person out of everything you've been seeing going on that I wish could. What up, what up, what up, Eno? What's happening with you, man? Smoking some Dosey Pie before we get back into this. Smoking some Dosey Pie before we get back into this, you guys. Hit that link that I got pinned up, you guys. Hit the link that I got pinned up. Check out my interview with Milk 74. I want y'all to check out my interview with Milk 74, you guys. One of my best interviews. We actually did it live. Got a lot of great topics on there. So if anybody wants to check that out, check that out. I'm just having a little smoke before I get back to the topic for the night. I'm just having a little smoke before I get back to the topic. Duke, you smoking on that Cookie Monster? What's everybody smoking in the video, in the live? What's everybody blazing tonight? Let me know what you guys are blazing. How y'all doing, man? Little smokers intermission right now, you guys. We're doing a little smokers intermission. So let me see here. Hassan's like, that's how you do people that love you? That's what you do? Ain't nobody safe. When Big U is not home, you said that you could go to his house. You could go to his house. You don't regret. Wack, you don't regret what you said or what you did with Big U. You regret the consequences. You got caught. You got caught talking to someone you don't even know from a hole in the wall. Me. That's who. On the conversation, you got played. The same way you played everybody. I knew you was playing me. So that's pretty much why Hassan actually recorded Wack, because he could see through it all. You know what I mean? He could see through it all, you guys. The fact that Hassan was playing others, or excuse me, the fact that Wack 100 was playing others. He didn't want to be another victim. He didn't want to fall victim to that. He wanted to actually have the upper hand in this situation if it came to it. And you know, it actually did come to it, you guys. It actually did come to it quicker than anybody thought. It actually came quicker than anybody thought, you guys. Came quicker than anybody thought. It came the very same night, I want to say. The very same night, maybe the next day. I don't know if anybody knows in the chat, but apparently, you know, Wack is heavy on Clubhouse. So he's always having conversations on Clubhouse. And we all know the one part of the conversation that he actually wasn't feeling. He actually wasn't feeling one part of the conversation that had to do with 6ix9ine giving a little bit of bread to the family of Ish. Let me see what's going on with the poll. Whoa. What happened to the poll? Oh, there we go. I got the poll back up. Vote in the poll if you haven't. Wow. Wow. Rick Ross, overwhelming lead. Overwhelming lead. Everyone really still thinks Rick Ross is bigger than Meek Mill. Everyone still thinks Rick Ross is bigger than Meek Mill. So listen, Hassan said you got caught to Wack 100. You got caught talking to someone you don't even know from a hole in the wall. Me. That's who. It was me, Austin. That's who. It was me all along. And on the conversation, you got played the same way you played everybody. I knew you was playing with me. Hassan said, I wasn't stupid. I'm from the hood. The problem with you Cali dudes, y'all think everyone is weak. when it comes to y'all and you think everyone else is dumb, you were playing the role of a sheep when you were really a wolf. And you was looking at a wolf like I'm really a sheep trying to set traps. Very interesting analogy right there. Very interesting analogy. Two men who could have gotten along. Two men who legitimately could have gotten along and taken the world by storm, now at odds with one another. You know, this situation could have went the whole other way. But we see the way that it's played out. Hassan is actually going to comment on how well it played out for him when it comes to his live viewers. He's going to touch on that a little bit. Wax, so he played some of Wack's audio when Wack said, Big U is the biggest kind of snake you can find. I got it on my text messages. I'll show you when I see you. Think about it. Even in the Jim Jones interview, he only went so far. He dibbled and dabbled. You know me and you. We going direct. Look at that term. You know me and you, we going direct. He was mad because I was effing with 6ix9ine. But look at that term right there. He said, think about it. Even in the Jim Jones interview, they only dibbled and dabbled. You know me and you, we go direct. That right there kind of states the claim. It solidifies the claim that Hassan was making that these two could actually be working on a podcast together, you guys. It pretty much solidifies that claim. To me, this seems like brainstorming, you guys. This sounds like me and some of my colleagues brainstorming for the blogs, for the podcast, for the interviews on the podcast that we're putting together. Just saying, that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like they're brainstorming. It sounds to me like they are brainstorming. You know what I'm saying? It seems to me like they're brainstorming their podcast. So Hassan is like, see the reality of it. The way you slandered Big U and then tried to play tough after you did it. But you sitting up here talking about you're sorry. Well, we already see what Big U's response is. I went over Big U's response just a minute ago. Wack 100 reached out to me out of nowhere. Acted like he was my friend. Like he was going to start a podcast with me. You ain't a friend of nobody. You can tell that the industry, Hassan's owning this, you guys. He says, you can tell that the industry is blackballing me. We all know about artists that have been blackballed. Gillie after Lil Wayne, 50 Cent after everything that was going on. You know what I mean? In the beginning stage of his career, we've seen artist blackballings happen. I guess the bloggers are getting blackballed too, you guys, from what Hassan is saying. Hassan went on with this element of his statement. I don't really think this is like a real, like, so you're getting blackballed because a couple of guys didn't mention you on their, that's not how that works. It doesn't mean you're blackballed if somebody doesn't mention you on their podcast. You know what I mean? It just means you didn't get figured into the question. So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of like Hassan is taking. I'm just calling it like I see it, you guys. I'm not gonna say things about one party and then like when I see certain things, not say them about the other party, you guys. I'm just gonna bring it all to the table right here. You know what I'm saying? Because just because of the fact that Dub C, just because of the fact that they didn't ask about Hassan Campbell in particular on the podcast, it doesn't mean that he's getting blackballed. You know what I'm saying? It's not how that works. You know what I mean? Now, and more so, the way it would work is like if, say, Lil Wayne was going to do an interview and they're like, yo, Wayne, we do want to ask you about Gillie. And he was like, nah, my label does not allow me to answer any questions about Gillie. Yeah, then we got a situation. But they were talking all around the situation. You just didn't get figured into it, you know? And I'm not going to touch on that today. It's not what we're going to touch on today. Uh, so he said, even with the Dub C interview, they never asked him about the controversy going on between Hassan Campbell, which is the biggest controversy that started all of this with Jay Prince. Wack thought I had it, so he jumped out the window. I got the tapes of Wack. You tape in everybody, so I tape you. Huh. Wack, Hassan went on, you ain't sorry, listen to yourself. Let me address that right here. Hassan is actually saying that he started the whole issue with Jay Prince and Wack 100. That's actually not all the way. You know what I mean? That's actually not all the way true. You know what I mean? That's actually not what this whole thing is over. This whole thing did not start over any Hassan Campbell footage. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Gillie or Nori would have responded, you know what I mean? Or anybody, like, if they would have responded, that would have been in regard to the Hassan Campbell footage. But the issue with Jay Prince and Wack 100 actually stems from the Larry Hoover interview that's existed since 1998. Now, Wack 100, if he were to diss Jay Prince on the Hassan Campbell audio, which I haven't heard. I know I haven't heard it. Has anybody heard any of the audio in the chat? Has anybody in the chat tonight heard the audio of Wack 100 dissing Jay Prince? You know what I'm saying? Have you guys heard the audio of Wack 100 dissing Jay Prince that was leaked by Hassan Campbell? I don't remember hearing any of that audio. So I think Hassan has two different things mixed up. Yes, you did expose all of the Nipsey Hussle stuff. Yes, you did expose Wack 100, quote unquote, squeezing all of his podcast co-hosts like, Gillie, Wallo, Academics, Adam 22, CEO Reek. You did do that, but I just being real, until you release that audio of Jay Prince, unless I'm just mistaken, which I don't think I am, because I haven't heard it, but I didn't get the Patreon or whatever, so I haven't heard it. But I'm pretty sure this whole Jay Prince situation does not have anything to do with Hassan Campbell. So Wack, this is why I had the right to speak on it. You know who got him his first deals? Wack and Game. So this is actually going back into the audio of Wack, what Hassan had of Wack. And then Hassan said, oh, so you and Big U did the whole play, faking like y'all was beefing with each other so you could get Nipsey the deal. So is you and Big U faking and playing everybody like you're really beefing? The same way y'all was doing the music industry? Hassan said, I don't believe Wack and Big U is really beefing with each other because they play divide and conquer. They play divide and conquer tactics with the industry. That's how they got Nipsey signed. You heard Wack say they acted like they were feuding with each other so they could get Nipsey through the back door, and they got him in. Very interesting tactic. Very interesting tactic to actually get somebody signed. Hassan is clearly throwing this in their face. You know what I mean? It's a good point as well. You know what I mean? It's a good point because right now they need the buzz. But in reality, if Big U needed the buzz, he's not capitalizing on it in the right way. So that's what makes me call that whole scenario out. You know what I mean? Neither of them are capitalizing on the buzz of all of this. Whack 100's podcast have not been triggered towards it. I would have thought the whole second episode of Whack, or third, I should say, oh shit, really? My bad then. Damn. So you're telling me that Whack 100 actually spoke about the Larry Hoover interview on Jay Prince's leaked footage? So that's what you're telling me pretty much? Because I don't remember ever covering that from that. I thought I had remembered Jay Prince speaking about it first on smaller platforms, and then Whack spoke about it on Clubhouse, and then Jay Prince took it to $1 Million Worth of Game. Because Jay Prince wasn't getting the proper outlet to speak on it. But wow, if Hassan Campbell actually did that, I mean, yeah, then he is the reason for all of this. But just because he's not getting involved in the interview questions, just because, he's not getting brought up in the interview questions does not mean he's getting blackballed. That's not how that works. You know what I mean? Just because somebody doing a podcast watched everything that's going on with the internet, and just because somebody watches my interviews, you know what I mean? They watch my interviews, that I'm not always going to get credited. They're not going to be like, oh, Mikey T, the movie star, actually spoke with you about this. Hassan Campbell actually exposed audio of you. You know what I mean? Hassan Campbell actually exposed audio of you. What do you think about all of that, Whack? What do you think about, you know what I mean? It's just not sometimes you just go into the question. Sometimes you just leave. I don't know why they wouldn't be trying to bring up Hassan. You know what I mean? It would be more hits for their video. Potentially. Oh, shit. He put it on his Patreon, Nightman. Yeah. All right, then. Hassan's got a point. But still, I'm sticking to my point of just because you're the originator of the content doesn't mean you're always going to get mentioned. You know what I mean? Simple as facts. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you do. It's great when you do, especially when it's a really big outlet giving you that credit. So let me keep on going here. So it sounds like I don't believe Wack and Big U is really beefing with each other, because they play divide and conquer. They play divide and conquer tactics with the industry. That's how they got Nipsey signed. You heard Wack say they acted like they were feuding with each other so they could get Nipsey through the back door, and they got him in. Hey, man, they got him in. Hassan insisted after this Wack situation, I'm doing 20,000, 17,000 watching me during lives. And 2 to 3 weeks later, my numbers is bent. My numbers was doing better than the celebrities every day by myself. There's a lot of conversations going on behind the back door. Even though my number is climbing, my views is declining. After 2 years of doing 100,000, as a matter of fact, one of the best seasons I had the best views, but got paid less. Now, you can have the best views. You can have the best views of your career. You can have the best views, but what it all comes down to right now is watch time. What it comes down to is how long are the people watching you for? When Hassan goes live and he says he has 8,000 live viewers and then it drops to 6,000, that means 2,000 people logged out of your video. That means the watch time of your video is going to drastically decrease. That means when you've only been going for 8 minutes and you notice 2,000 people logged out after 8 minutes, and then you get them to come back in, you get another 3,000 to come back in, and then they stay in for 4 minutes, and then you go on, and then you lose it again. It goes down 2,500 more. You got another 4 minutes times whatever. It's all about watch time right now. That is the most significant factor. The amount of time that they watch the content, the amount of time that somebody is sat down watching you. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works with television. I'm pretty sure that it's the way that works with theater, and it's the way that it works with streaming services. It's the way that it works with music now. But they're streaming your music in cars. They're streaming your podcast in cars. Those are the determining factors. Okay, you've got big numbers, but how long did the people stay tuned in? I understand you went live for 2 hours. Some people don't want to sit and watch for longer than 30 minutes. They've got BMF to get to. They've got power to get to. They've got you know what I mean? More shit to do, man. People have shit to do. But it's great when you can go live for a duration of time. You increase the views. You know what I mean? But like I'm saying, I got a lot of respect for Hassan Campbell with what he does. You know what I'm saying? I show these guys, I give these guys props where I see, you know what I mean? All these guys that are involved, you know what I'm saying? All these guys that we're talking about, I give them props where I see the opportunity. I offer suggestions where I see the opportunity, man. That's what I'm doing here. And I'm giving my opinions on what we're listening to or what I'm reading out to you. Yeah, I got to get on power, man. I'm really big on BMF, and the Bel Air show was great as well. The Bel Air show was great as well, man. Jabari Banks, shout out Easy the Block Captain, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in on this live video tonight. So listen, you guys. Wack, Hassan said Wack was bold enough to sit at the table and look me eye to eye. He couldn't put the pressure on me. He couldn't put the pressure on me. He put on everybody else on the East Coast. And now that I stood toe to toe with him and broke his foundation, now everybody wants to challenge him. When he was sitting up there punking Meek and Beanie Siegel and everybody on the East Coast, none of you were saying nothing. So Hassan is kind of taking it to the level like when Suge Knight lost it. You know what I mean? When Suge Knight lost his luster. You know what I mean? When Suge Knight lost his credibility, or as Wack said before, Suge Knight lost his backing. He didn't have that same backing that he had in that era where he was really, really, the shit. He just didn't have it anymore, but he would still move around and kind of act like he had it, kind of use an intimidating force. Why? Because mostly people would give him what he wanted on the spot and he wouldn't have to even make a second visit. Now, so sounds like, because in this case, these dudes whack. That's how you do your mans. So Big U really understands this, but in the public eye, he's got to act like you're really feuding. That's what I really believe. But I'm going to go along with your narrative like you're really beefing. Because if it's really like that, if it's really like that, if it's really like that, and you go to Big U's house and sleep at his house when he ain't there, but this is how you talk about him behind his back, listen to that. They played the industry together. They also decided to start podcasts together. Wack came over to me Big U went over to Mano and Jim Jones. Check in. I wish I would check in, Hassan Campbell said. No disrespect to Mano, but I'm not Mano. Hassan also went on, he's like, I don't check in. It don't even look right. The way these dudes were walking through Brooklyn. Wack 100 punked everybody on the East Coast. Ain't nobody stood toe-to-toe with that dude. I looked him in his face, and he went back to Clubhouse and lied. You went back to Clubhouse. You acted like you were my friend. It's pretty crazy right there. It's pretty crazy right there from Hassan to Wack. He honestly believes the beef is fake. He honestly believes the beef is fake with Big U and Wack. He thinks they're playing a similar game to what they had done in the past, y'all. He's thinking they're playing a game of getting popularity based on the whole beefing, based on the whole beefing method. Like it's the early 2000s again or something like that. But I mean, shit, it does drum up some interest. It does drum up some interest when it comes to the blog websites. You know what I mean? That's what everybody recognizes. It draws up interest when it comes to the blog websites. That is 100% accurate. So let me get back to this Gillie topic. Where Gillie and Wallo were accusing Wack 100 of being 6ix9ine's manager. And Wack 100 actually said to Gillie, he's like, you don't want to interview 6ix9ine because you're scared of him. Gillie's like, scared? Wack is like, y'all scared of him. I don't know. You're scared of him. Gillie's like, no, man. I got morals. Wallo's like, he ain't never told you know shit like that. Wack is like, when you see him, you're not gonna do shit. Gillie's like, I ain't got no problem with him. Wack is like, that's my point. I'm glad y'all said that. So why they expect Wack is supposed to do something? Wallow's like, they say you notorious in the industry for that. I do this, that put me on the phone with him. Wack is like, that's your man, Meek Mill. That's your man, Meek Mill. Wallo kind of walked into that one, you guys. What up, Junior? Wallo kind of walked into that one, you guys, because we all know right around this time when Wack did his first interview, that was right around the time where 6ix9ine pulled up. He pulled up, as the song goes. He pulled up on Meek Mill for some way, somehow he actually got the drop. He actually got the location on Meek Mill, and he actually was able to pull up on Meek Mill, wait for him, and then hit him with the rah-rah. You know what I'm saying? I'm here, Meek. You said that shit on Twitter about me, but I'm here now. So Wack is like, that's your man, Meek Mill. Wallo's like, he didn't call none of you. He's from Philly. Wack is like, don't have me call game right now. Wallo's like, get the F out of here. Wack said that Tak and Meek Mill were the ones that actually got on the phone with Wack in the game, y'all. So Meek Mill actually got on the phone with Game. I believe we actually heard Wack speak on this more recently on the Drink Champs interview, but he spoke about it here as well. So Gillie's like, if a dude posts on Instagram, Gillie is a bitch, and a dude that I F with, and I think we solid likes the shit, or comments on the shit, I may call a dude like, damn, what's up, bro? And I'll probably just be just like Meek. Damn, dog. I don't thought we was good. Why would you be liking and commenting on shit with a dude disrespecting me? I don't understand. Wack is like, I'm gonna tell you why. His people that you F with, that I don't F with, and I'm not gonna get mad about y'all relationship because I have an issue with this man. So what are you worried about that for? Wack is pretty much like, yo, just because you don't mess with who I mess with, why are you going to get mad at me? Wack is using this card. You know what I mean? A lot of people try to use this card, but he's using it in regard to Tekashi 6ix9ine, you guys. Bro, we all feel a way about you managing 6ix9ine. You know what I mean? We all feel a way about you managing 6ix9ine. You know, you've explained yourself, and now we really don't give a shit. You know what I mean? You've explained it. You know, you've explained it, but we're a lot further at this point. But he still brings it up. He still brings it up. But so Wack is like, so let me see. So Gillie's like, to me, that's fake shit. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I F with you. I F with Meek. If Meek posts some shit up coming at you and I just see it, I don't like it. I don't comment on it. If you post some shit up coming at Meek, I don't like that shit. I don't comment on that because I don't want to put that mixed message out there like I'm effing with that and you're what you're saying about someone and I F with that. So I just stay neutral. Wack actually said, I can respect that. That's not really the question here, though. That's not really the question here that they're trying to bring up to Gillie. What they're trying to bring up to Gillie is the fact that Meek Mill posted on his Instagram. They're trying to bring up to Gillie and Wallo that Meek Mill posted on his Instagram that he wanted to see 6ix9ine. It's not about liking something, really. The conversation's a little bit confused here. Gillie's like, so for a dude to actually like that shit or comment on that is a dude giving negative energy for that. Wack is like, then you know where he is at with you. I can show you my phone. There's screenshots of shit. I see certain dudes doing certain shit. When I see them, here's what I do. If they don't say anything to me, I respect it. So Wallo's like, you saying that off of a like on some real shit? Some people just go down on all their people's shit and like stuff from the people that they're following, which Wallow's 100% right about. I do that all the time. Wack is like, nah. You like making excuses for dudes. We hard nosed with this. Wallow's like, you're going to sit there and go through a person's whole post? Wack is like, that's what your man Meek did. He did that to the young boy. That's what your man Meek did. He did that to the young boy. Wallow's like, when you go over your timeline and you're liking shit, you know dudes you F with, so you're going to like it. Wack is like, I don't do that. I don't do that. If it's y'all shit, because ain't none of your shit ain't never like that. Like, keep it real. Certain people, I know, like, y'all lame. If I see some shit, I'm going to read and see it, like Safari. He might be saying something about his baby mama. But what you saying is you know what I mean? So what you saying is what I'm saying. So let's stop making up excuses and explanations for dudes on one side, but then I put up a few points on the table on the other side. You don't want to hear it. Bro, right is right. Wrong is wrong. The truth could never be considered disrespect. If a dude goes on social media and says openly, I didn't say, oh, you seen a dude, why didn't you do nothing to him? Because I feel like Meek ain't got no reason to want to do something to him. Keep it real. Keeping it real. But if a dude go on social media and say what he's going to do to a dude, then he sees him, like I know, he did that to himself. Y'all see the dude. Y'all never said you were going to go do nothing to him. You seen him, and and when he sees y'all, he's probably going to just see y'all, and that's it. But when you say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and then this dude pulls up, Gillie, say what you want. Ain't nobody pulling up on us and jumping out. That's what Wack checked the ball to Gillie right there. Say what you want, Gillie. Ain't nobody pulling up and jumping out on us. Gillie's hitting back with the check, man. I'm just saying, that's a jail mission. Wack is like, how? Since when do street dudes determine when it's coming at you? So we got the right to run? Is that what y'all saying in 2021? You got the right to run? So now it's just the safe shit. You know that ain't gangsta. Throwback to Shine, that ain't gangsta. You know what I mean? And I said a little something about that earlier. I'm not going to go ahead and repeat right now. You know what I mean? We'll move on from that. You know what I mean? Enough of the Shine references for now. But I definitely appreciate Shine giving me that interview after he got out of jail. So Gillie's like, sometimes you got to make a smart decision. You got to make the best decision for you. Wack is like, that dude had off-duty police with him. Stop saying that. So you justifying that? Yes, when you're at a certain level of celebrity, you're gonna have real security detail with you. When you're going to certain locations, you're gonna have certain security detail on you, man. Like, come on, man, let's be real here. Gillie's like, a dude ain't pull up on nobody. A dude ain't pull up on nobody. A dude is standing behind a bunch of people screaming. Wallo added in, with a camera out. Gillie said he wasn't front line. He didn't walk up like he was standing behind him, like a little ass dog on the other side of a fence, barking. He didn't walk up on him. He was standing behind him like a little ass dog, barking on the other side of a fence, just like he is in all of his Instagram videos, barking, yelling, all types of shit, man. It's annoying. There's a big difference between Meek Mill music and 6ix9ine music, man. Jeez. I mean, unless you want to go get some ice cream cones and listen to 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj, I mean, I suggest you listen to Meek Mill. Wallo is like, this is the twist. You think he's supposed to finesse himself out of freedom? Hit him with this, Wallo. Hit him with this. He is making millions of dollars. You think he's going to finesse himself out of freedom? He's making millions of dollars. You think he's going to finesse himself out of it? Wack 100 contended he is too, insinuating that 6ix9ine was on the same level as Meek Mill when it comes to actually making money. What up, what up, what up, what up? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Everybody in here, Don Pablo, B-Lo, The Struggle, everybody, y'all. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Hit the comments if you guys haven't hit the comments yet. Be sure to share your city and state. Also, what you're smoking on tonight. Let me know what you're blazing on tonight, you guys. Everybody in the chat. Sure, everybody in the chat is smoking good tonight. But let me get back to this. So Wack is like, he is too. Gillie's like, he got a get out of jail free card. Wack is like, let me tell y'all, in the state of Florida, I know this because I've been through it. That dude Meek would have had a right to stand your ground. He's talking about when 6ix9ine pulled up on him. Wallo's like, who knew the statue? Who the F knows that? Gillie's and Wallo was actually imitating 6ix9ine, pointing the phone at Wack 100. He's like pointing the shit at him. But Gillie's like, just because you got a lawyer's book, don't nobody know that. Wack is like, I could halfway understand it if a dude hadn't said he was gonna do something when he seen him. I swear I'd be on your side. So if 6ix9ine would have randomly pulled up on Meek, if Meek never put out a tweet saying that he wanted to see 6ix9ine, you know, a lot of people dissed 6ix9ine when he got out of jail. If Meek would have never put out that tweet, basically 6ix9ine would have never had anything bad to say about him. You know what I mean? 6ix9ine would have never had anything bad to say about him, you guys. And then also, Wack 100 would have agreed. But listen to this. So Wack is like, I'd be on your side if dude hadn't said he was going to do something when he seen him. I swear I'd be on your side. So Meek said he wanted to do something when he seen him, but he actually did nothing when he finally saw him. Gillie's like, I didn't see none of that. Wack then said the whole world is going to know you're on some clown shit. It's kind of like that time when Nicki Minaj first went on The Breakfast Club, and The Breakfast Club really didn't know anything. I think it was about her album or something like that. They really didn't have any proper questions to ask Nicki Minaj. So the fact that what up, cover girl? So the fact that actually, sorry. So the fact that Gillie and Wallo didn't know that, I mean, they're going to deny it. But the fact is, Meek Mill sent out a message where it seemed like he wanted to get at 6ix9ine. Gillie's like, I didn't see it. What did he say? Wack is like, come on, bro. Academics, 6ix9ine, everything he's going to do to dudes when he sees them. Gillie's like, what is Academics' problem with Meek? Wack is like, what the F? Meek be on his head. He mad at him because he is a blogger. Is he doing something wrong, bro? Wack kind of looked at Wallo with that one. You know what I mean? He said Meek is on his head. He is mad because he is a blogger in reference to Academics. Is he doing something wrong, bro? Oh, shit. So answer that. Whatever he don't put. So let me get back to this. Sorry, guys. What the F? Meek be on his head talking about Academics. He mad at him because he is a blogger. Is he doing something wrong, bro? Whatever he put out, 10 other bloggers are going to put out. Boom, right there. Wack actually has a point. Whatever he puts out, 10 other bloggers are going to put out. A lot of rappers at first had issues with Academics. A lot of the rappers, 6ix9ine, not 6ix9ine, Soulja Boy, one of the first rappers, because Academics would kind of like out him about putting his condos up for sale, whether Soulja Boy owned the condos or not. He would actually out him for it and be like, oh shit, this might not really be his crib because it's up for sale on Airbnb. This might not be his crib because it's for sale on Airbnb and shit like that. A lot of rappers would take issue. A lot of rappers would actually take issue with Academics back in the day. So listen to this, guys. So he said, whatever he put out, 10 other bloggers are going to put out. Answer whatever. He don't put out, 50 other bloggers are going to put it out. Gillie's like, if you put Meek and 6ix9ine in a room, I got Meek coming out the winner. If you put academics and my son in a room, it's not even remotely. So Wack is like, I'm just saying when he commits to that, bro, handle your business. Wallo said, I got to check you about someone else too. So this is a blog that we might get into another day. This is where I pretty much ended it, you guys. But Wallo's like, I got to check you about someone else too. Wack is like, you can't check me. You can't check me. Really? It sounded like Gillie was kind of checking you throughout this whole interview that you guys had there together. You know what I mean? So, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it kind of sounded like maybe he's saying Wallo can't check him, but Gillie can check him. So Wallo's like, I got to check you about someone else too. Wack is like, you can't check me. Wallo's like, stop hating on my son. He is a solid dude. Wack is like, if you're going to keep it real, let's keep it real. I think he runs out of shit to post, and then he goes find something to post and put it up. He goes and finds something to post about me and puts it up. So Wallo's like, are y'all good? Are y'all good? Wack is like, we always do our back and forth, but it got weird because he would call me about that. That's my dude. So Wack is right there saying that basically him and my son would go back and forth with one another, but then they would get on the phone. He's saying they would get on the phone, and I'm actually glad I'm reading this after we went over the Hassan Campbell stuff, because in all actuality, you guys, that situation is very similar right there to what he's saying. You know what I mean? The fact that what he's saying right here, let me repeat it. We always do our back and forth, but it got weird because he would usually call me. We would always do our back and forth, just like Hassan is insinuating Big U and Wack 100 are doing a back and forth right now. So I thought that was a very interesting thing to point out right there. But so now the guys are gonna check with Wack if he's good with everybody. So Wallo asked, "Are y'all good?" He said, "We always do our back and forth, but it got weird because he would usually call me, but that's my dude." Gillie said, "Are you in 21 straight?" Wack said, "Yeah, we straight." And then Gillie said, "Are you in Meek Mill straight?" And Wack was like, "Definitely not. We got to get down. And you're going to line it up. I'll get down with all three of you." Wack 100 acting like he would do a handicap match against Gillie Da Kid, Wallo, and Meek Mill. I mean, I think that's a little absurd. You know what I'm saying? EFN actually suggested it months later when Game went on the Drink Champs podcast. He actually suggested it months later, you guys. But is it going to happen? I highly doubt it. I think the age difference is just too much there, you guys, for these dudes to actually step in the ring. So I really would not want to see it based on that alone. I actually wouldn't want to see it based on that alone, you guys. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Let me. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody tapping in on tonight's show. At the end of my podcast, I always take a little bit of time to do open questions. So if anybody has any open questions tonight, I'm opening up the chat. I'm opening it up, you guys. If anybody has anything they want to ask me right now, again, I have an interview with Milk74. It's actually posted up. I got it pinned up. Whoever drops a comment on my interview with Milk, I will follow you back. I will subscribe to you back on on YouTube. So if y'all want me to subscribe to you back on YouTube, go drop a comment on my new interview with Milk. If anybody on here is on YouTube, Instagram like that, shoot me a follow over there. If you want to follow Mikey T, the movie star, on the gram. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Tomorrow night, I'm actually going to be doing a live interview. I have a live interview tomorrow night with one of the dopest rappers from one of the hottest hip hop cliques, you guys. That's right. I got a dope interview with one of the hottest rappers from one of the dopest hip hop cliques. Y'all gonna have to tune in tomorrow to see who that's gonna be with. We're gonna be going a special start time tomorrow of 10 p.m. You guys, special start time tomorrow, 10 p.m. Me in an exclusive interview format. Oh, if you tune in tomorrow at 10 p.m., you will see who I'm going to be interviewing, man. About to light up some more of this Dosey pie. That's what I'm smoking tonight until Friday, actually. Tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern, you guys. If anybody has any open questions right now, I'm doing open questions. If anybody wants to ask about either of the topics, I got in another portion of Gillie's interview with Wack 100, where Gillie actually checked Wack after the Meek Mill beef. Wallo started to check him about my son. We might have to tap in on that. In a future episode. You guys might see that. But, until we get things a little bit more solidified with the Mikey T, the Movie Star Live podcast, at a certain point in time, we'll start really getting all the episodes together in a really dope fashion to where I cover a certain portion of something. It'll be titled correctly and all that type of shit to where you could see we cover this portion of it. Then we're going to come back and cover that portion of it. But that's all in due time when I get the deal that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? When I get the deal that I'm looking for. Until then, we're doing this shit. We're on the consistent grind with it. Bigger figure. Queen says, hey, Mikey T, what do you think? This is open question time, everybody. Mikey T, what do you think of JT, the bigger figure, back in the rap game from Get Low Records? I wasn't familiar with Get Low Records. Wasn't that Memphis Bleak's label back in the day with G Baby? But JT the bigger figure, I actually got the opportunity to meet in Texas, my first trip out to South by Southwest. JT the bigger figure actually brought me and a couple different people that I was running with, and he gave us a bunch of game. Me and my guy AG Cubano, and he gave us a whole bunch of game, as far as like his setup and what he was doing. He had everybody out there in South by Southwest working. They had all the major signs and all that shit walking up and down the streets. And I was like, wow, JT is really about his business right now. And I wanted to see him get his opportunity. He was doing the rap thing at that portion of his career. Obviously, what he did with the game was genius. Excuse me, you guys. It was obviously genius what he did with the game, releasing the Untold Story album at the same time as the documentary. That made that shit go, you guys. That made that shit go, y'all. Hell yeah, Texas. I love going out to Texas. I've been to Houston and I have been to Austin. Great places to go, though. Great places to go. I think I'm going to roll something else up. Like I said, if anybody has any open questions at the end of all my live podcasts, I always do open questions. I'd appreciate it if everybody in here checked out my new interview with Milk. Milk blessed me with an exclusive interview a few days ago. Milk blessed me with an exclusive interview a few days ago. So if you guys missed that, go check it out. Drop a comment on it, and I will subscribe back to you on YouTube, y'all. Don Pablo says, what album do you recommend listening to at the moment? Right now, the album you got to listen to is obviously the Lobby Boys album, Jim Jones and Mano, Slide. You got Babysitter. You know what I'm saying? You got No Bobby V. You got a whole bunch of records on there, man. I actually reviewed the album about last week. I've been thinking about doing more album reviews as well. I really wanted to review some of the classic G Unit albums, you know what I mean? Because, like some of those Lloyd Banks albums, I feel like I should give a little bit more attention just because I feel like I was bigger fans of the other members of G Unit, you guys. And I kind of didn't give Lloyd Banks the attention that he deserved. Although I listened to all the material and I have some memories of the album, of course. All of the albums that he has, Hunger for More 1, 2, and The Rotten Apple. Of course, the Terminate on Sight, the Get Low that was featured on the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack. I know my Lloyd Banks history, you guys. You know what I mean? I know Beg for Mercy, obviously. I keep up with the shit. Jim Jones and Harry Fraud. Rob, what are they doing together, bro? Talk to me, man. In the words of 10 Toes Down, talk to me. What are they doing? Salute 10 Toes Down. Blanco 3. Also Blanco 5. Blanco 5 out right now from Millie's. Major album out from Millie's right now. It's called Blanco 5. Salute to Millie's, y'all. He worked so damn hard. And it's really all starting to pay off. I seen him and Jadakiss were actually at the game. They was actually at the basketball game a few days ago. And great networking. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Lloyd Banks is dope. Corey Guns is the shit. I really like that feature with him and China Mac. That was one of the last things I really recognized him for. Salute my bro China Mac. I was just watching his interview on No Jumper, actually. But I'm always watching China Mac shit, man. That's my dude right there. You know what I mean? He shows me a lot of love. Like he'll hit my phone in all types of situations. Let's see right here. Damn, I appreciate everybody tuning in on this live tomorrow. I need y'all to make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night. Y'all need to make sure to tune in tomorrow night to tap in with me because I got a live interview tomorrow night, you guys. I'm not going to reveal who the live interview is with. But we will be going a little bit early tomorrow, 10 p.m. tomorrow night, you guys. I got a live interview, and this one is going to be a dope interview. It's going to be informative. It's going to be controversial. It's going to be, you know what I mean? It's going to be all of that, man. It's going to be all of the shit, man. We're going to get the information that we need, and we're going to get the insight. That's what I do with my interviews and shit, man. I don't even want to reveal who this shit is with. I might have to bust out the. No, I can't do that. I just got the new joint. I got to bring out something special for tomorrow's guest. We got to bring out the. Should I do it? Guys? No. No, not going to touch it. You got to save that for a real. I'm talking like that's one of them. This is what we could do for tomorrow's guest. Break out that original pink rosé. That, you know what I'm saying? That good shit right there. Yeah, I think we should bust out the champagne for tomorrow night's guest. I think that would be dope. But I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night, man. I really had a great time on tonight's podcast, though. You know what I'm saying? Really covering that next portion of the Wack 100 interview with Gillie. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look back if you want to check out the first portion of it, it was when Gillie told Wack that he liked hanging out with Master Splinter. I actually covered the first half of it. I think it was about 2 weeks ago, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So we really get a sync. We really get not to take Justin Timberlake's group name, but we really get in sync with this shit, and the stories come together like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it on the channel, you guys. That's how I do it. I like to make sure that we're covering everything. At a certain point in time, it's really going to be real stories. You know what I mean? It's really going to be real stories on the channel where we're really going over stuff. Thank you, Queen. I really appreciate you enjoying the content. Everybody in here, go click the link up there and check out my interview with Milk74. Milk74 blessed me with an interview. Yeah, man. What album you talking about, Rob? Oh, boom, right there. Hell yeah, I'm checking that shit out for sure. It's called The Fraud Department. I like that. Man. Hell yeah. Harry Fraud is one of the dopest producers. He actually gave me an opportunity to interview him. I really appreciated that shit. You know what I mean? Getting the opportunity to interview Harry Fraud was an amazing experience. I really appreciated him for that shit. Actually having me to his crib, smoking with me, actually rolled up there with my brother EC. Salute to Dr. Zeus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hell yeah. A lot of shit moving right now. A lot of shit moving, man. Major salute to all the guys doing their thing out there, everybody out there. If anybody has any final questions, I always do it on the show. I'm about to end the poll as well. Let me see if anybody wants to take a last vote in the poll. Who's the bigger artist? Rick Ross, Meek Mill, Wale. I'm going to end the poll in just a minute, you guys. So I'll give you another 60 seconds. If anybody has any final questions at the end of my live podcasts, I always ask final questions from everybody. I like to interact with the people. You know what I'm saying? After I break down the topics, tonight actually went over Hassan exposing his fake beef. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people agree with him. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people agree with him in this situation. Wack 100 actually mentioned the fact that him and my son would actually go back and forth. Is this deja vu? But it's more deja vu because they did this in the past. They did this in the past as well. But also, so those were the two topics that I really covered. I'm actually from Connecticut. I'm repping Connecticut, you guys. Mikey T from Connecticut, if anybody was wondering. Right at the border of Rhode Island, though. So I've really just always been close to Massachusetts, close to the Mecca of Connecticut, New Haven, further down, New York, New Jersey, Philly. You know what I'm saying? So I really got everything right by me, being the fact that I'm in Connecticut. I've got Mass right up there. I've got the best parts of Connecticut. I got the best parts of Connecticut. And I've also got right there, you got the city, and then you've got Jersey, where I've done a lot of work, and Philly, where I've done an amazing amount of work. I really appreciate all the opportunities that I've gotten in all these states. I've even done some work in Virginia. I've done some work in Maryland. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in a really good spot, you guys. I'm in a really good spot, you guys, being in Connecticut. I enjoy it. But actually, man, we'll see what happens. I would like to relocate down back to Miami. I would like to relocate over to California. You know what I'm saying? Or I would like to relocate to New York. Any of these areas I would like to live in. Salute, Eric. Salute to the Bronx, man. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys for tapping in all the way from the Bronx. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not. Much love to Canada. Much love to Canada. Miami or Cali. Whichever one calls, man. Whichever one calls. You know what I'm saying? I'm not having a bad time here in Connecticut, though, because like I said, I've got everything. I've got everything right here. You know what I mean? I really do. We've got some of the best music, you know what I mean, talent in this area. A lot of the times when I was living in Miami in the past, a lot of the talent from this area would come to Miami. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people go to Miami all the time. I have them all right here now, but mostly where they're at is California, though, and that's no joke. You know what I'm saying? Mostly where they're at is actually California, and that's no joke, man. Because in California, that's where you're going to get your most work. I got a lot of work in Miami too. New York or Cali? New York or Cali? I love New York, but I'd like to expand my horizon to Cali. Wow, that's crazy that you think that, bro, because I've actually had people like Memphis Bleak tell me I did the best interview of their career. Mikey T, do fans notice you when you are outside? I do get noticed by rappers. I get noticed by some people outside. I get noticed by some people when I go around to different places. Yeah, I do. But I'm in Connecticut as well. I'm in Connecticut as well. So it's like I'm not running into so many people like that. But when I go to New York, let him know, Eric. Appreciate you, man. Salute to the 614. But yeah, when I go out to like New York and shit, like I do get recognized. Like one time when I was walking through and I was passing Quad Studio, a couple rappers were out there and they're like, yo, Mikey, come up to the studio with us and shit. So it's good vibes, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's my work, my craft, everything is really paying off. And it's crazy how people actually recognize me and shit like that. You know what I mean? Really, people will be recognizing me a lot. It's crazy. And I mean, I don't mean it like in terms of people randomly recognizing me out there, but I mean like when you meet, I noticed when I used to live in Miami and I would meet people on a frequent basis, and then they would see me out and about, they would remember me. You know what I mean? They would remember me and shit. And I was like, wow, they remember me more so than I remember them. It was pretty crazy to actually get that. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, use that as a message. Try to remember everybody that you come across. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you can meet. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you're going to meet that's going to take your career to the next level. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who you're going to meet that's going to take your career to the next level. So you got to be ready for it at all times. That's right. Free Young Thug, free Gunna. Free Young Thug and Gunna, man. We had read I did a blog a few days ago, 2 days ago, I think, about Gunna's message from jail. A lot of people were trying to insinuate that Gunna's gonna rat. You know, that's the first thing that really comes to people's minds ever since that whole incident had happened where they had Gunna on that recording. A lot of people like to bust his chops about that. You know what I mean? It's more than busting his chops now, you guys. It's way more than busting his chops now, but because of the fact that he is the number 2 recording artist on YSL, they're literally calling him number 2 in the camp. You know what I mean? They're literally calling him number 2 in the camp, like the Tony Soprano to Junior, if you know what the Soprano is. They're literally labeling him in that spot. And you know, it says a lot to me, you know what I mean, that they're going to try to do that to somebody that was actually selling music in the industry and evidently didn't need to be a part of that. Cali got a vibe. Cali got a vibe, huh? Okay. Eric, I was thinking that was your area code, bro. 20 million views. We're right around there, man. We're a little bit over that. I think we're at like 35 million views or something like that altogether. But you know, what I'm really, you know what I mean? What I'm really focused on, you guys, is putting out the content. You know what I mean? I'm not so much focused on the numbers. I'm not so much focused on the numbers. We've done videos. I have a couple videos that I believe are close to 1 million views, if not at 1 million views. I'm not so much worried about that. I'm worried about I'm not worried about it. I'm ambitious about creating the content and keeping a consistent flow. That's what I'm most concerned with, making making everybody realize, people that come onto the platform, people that are new to the platform, making everybody realize that I will be here tomorrow doing this. I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. I will be here the next day. I'll be here next week. Nothing is going to change about that. But yeah, man, I really appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. I got a little chronic to smoke. I got another L I gotta roll up actually. I gotta break up this bud. If I'm not gonna put it in the grinder, I'm not sure yet. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. But y'all, everybody on here, make sure you guys are tapped in tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going live, you guys. I'm going live tomorrow, you all, at 10 p.m. And I've got an exclusive interview tomorrow. Like, no bullshit, you guys. We got an interview tomorrow. I'm doing it live. I'm setting a whole new precedent for the channel. I'm setting a whole new precedent. We ain't going nowhere just yet, you guys. I got to end the poll. Let me end the poll. I want everybody to hit the link that I got pinned. Hit the link that I got pinned, you guys. Check out that interview with Melk. Melk came over, blessed the channel. Some of the hottest bloggers in the game have been showing me love. So I'm going to run with it. You guys. They've been showing love. I'm going to catch it. I'm going to catch the pass. I'm going to dunk the assist. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to handle that. So I want everybody on here to, first of all, I need y'all to follow me on the gram. Anybody on here that's not following me on Instagram, y'all need to hit this link. Y'all need to hit this link right now. Follow me on Instagram. Everybody in this room, follow me on the gram. I'm extending this video just a little bit, you guys. That's right, I'm extending this video a little bit. What up? What up, Lady Legend? What happened? What up, Brooklyn? Jersey City? What's up? Jersey City. Moon Rock. Moon Rock took me out for real, for real. Okay, I could understand that. I can understand that. I never really had any moon rock, though, just to be honest with you. I never really had any moon rock. I'd like to get some. You don't have the gram, Queen? That's cool. Like I was saying, you be tuned in here on YouTube, and I really appreciate that. You be here tuned in on YouTube, and that's the most important thing. Randy, you're going to make an Instagram? Okay. Yo, B-Lo, come on, bro. That was a typo, bro. You could obviously tell that was a typo. Oh, okay. You got the moon rocks over there in the A. All right, I'm gonna have to come check you out in the A. I'm gonna have to come check you out in the A. Let me see. Let me break down this Dutch. Let me break down this Dutch. Newport, New Jersey. Okay. Much love. Much love to Newport, New Jersey. You know, I've gotten love from New Jersey that I'll never forget. You know what I mean? From the likes of Sue Surf, from the likes of Fat Boy SSE. I'll never forget that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Dudes who are literally at the top of their game showing me love and shit like that. It's one thing that I really respected about the both of them. Fat Boy had just completed filming. I want to say he had either just got casted or completed filming the How High 2 movie that he was in, right? Oh yeah, I know what hash is. I don't really be seeing that shit around no more though. Sometimes some of my friends would add that, but that was like back in like high school and shit. I don't really pay that shit too much mind. I don't really know about all that shit you gotta break up to put in your weed. I'm not really into that. But if someone else is rolling it, it's all good. That's cool. That's cool. Oh shit. Hell yeah. I gotta see when I'm going out to the A again. I'd like to make a trip to the A to do some interviews. I'd like to make a trip to the A to do some interviews and shit like that. That'd be dope. That would be dope. Yep. It was a dope podcast tonight though, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it was a dope podcast tonight. Hit that link that I got pinned up. I'm just letting y'all know, hit that link that I got pinned up and go check out the Milk interview. Let me see. Follow me on Instagram as well. I'm just giving everybody that's tuned in a moment so they can go click on these links and shit. I want everybody to click on these links and shit so y'all can get in tune. All right, hit me on the gram. I can't like anything on the gram for like until I guess it's just till tomorrow. So today, yes, I'm back on. I'm about to be back on the gram in like a second. I'm literally about to be back on the gram in a second. But let me see. I'm about to light up. Put what you're smoking in the chat. Everybody, put what you're smoking in the chat. Everybody who puts what they're smoking in the chat, I'm going to shout it out. Nah, I'm free now, bro. I'm free now, actually. I should be free by like 11. Damn. Stop. Let me see. Where are we at with this? That's cool. Okay. Young K, smoking on that orange sherbet. If you're smoking good in the chat, be sure to put it in the chat. If you're smoking good tonight, be sure to put it in the chat. And I'm going to shout out what you're smoking. Young K smoking on that orange sherbet. My guy Rob is smoking on that Gorilla Cookies. Gorilla Cookies, that's cool. All right, favorite. All right, the coolest strand so far is the orange sherbet. I'm rocking with Young K. Young K's got the best strand so far. He's got the orange sherbet. I'm liking that one the best. Sour mango. Oh, God, I got a rule. I got a rule. Some of y'all might know my rule, and I don't do mango anything. Literally, if a guy pulls up with mango, I tell him to hit the bricks. I'm like, bro, hit it. Unless I'm like in really desperate need. I'm like, all right, the mango's going to have to do it tonight. But I usually don't mess with mango. Moon Rock and White Widow. Okay. I'm going to have to check out your page. Let me go give it a look real quick. Oh, yeah, you're definitely wavy. Oh, let me subscribe. I just subscribed. I got you. There we go. Nah, I have not had the Khalifa Kush. Unfortunately, I have not had the Khalifa Kush. And like I've told you guys before, I actually know they have a collaboration coming out with cookies. KK has a collaboration coming out with cookies. They're going to be mixing with Georgia pie, you guys, and it's going to be called baby powder for some reason. I'm looking forward to it, though. Young K said he's about to light up the Gelato 33. Randy Mack said he's got the apple fritter. Rob said White Widow is the best strand he's ever had. Put it in the chat right now, man. If you guys want to, put it in the chat right now. Put it in the chat right now if you want to let me know what you're smoking. This is how we're ending the stream tonight, you guys. This is how we're ending the stream. I want everybody to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed right now. Guys, hit the link that I got pinned up. I want you to check out the interview with Melk if you haven't. We're about to get out of here tonight. I really appreciate everybody tuning in for my live podcast tonight, the Mikey T, the Movie Star podcast, you guys. I'm your host, Mikey T, the Movie Star. I want you all to tune in tomorrow night at 10 p.m. I have a special live guest joining me on the show, a rapper from one of the best cliques in the game. I want you all to make sure you join me tomorrow night. Young K, definitely, man. Definitely, bro. I appreciate you for tuning in. Big Burner, what's up? What's up? Everybody, subscribe to the channel if you're not. Hell yeah, we going hard. We going hard this whole time, you guys. I'll see y'all in the next live video, though, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. See y'all tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Early start time tomorrow, you guys. Early start time tomorrow. See y'all tomorrow at 10. Peace.